Kane Sport TV. We're here with Sam Waardenburg, back from almost a year on the sideline, left foot injury, and but he's bringing it back to the U for what sixth season, right?
Technically it's the sixth season,
You starting to feel a little old?
Definitely, and a lot of guys give me, they joke about it that I'm the old head now. 6 seasons, it's a long time.
Well, I mean, you could have gone back to Australia, or and a lot of different things you could have done. You decided to come back and play another year. What went down to make that decision?
Obviously talked to the coaches and Coach Howe a lot, and the vision that the team had. But I also personally had this feeling like I came in December my freshman year and set out half that season, and I got to see guys like Kamari Murphy, Davon Reed play. That got to experience the tournament. Even though I wasn't playing, I got to experience the tournament. And then next season, my freshman year, where I finally got to play again, had a successful season as a team, and got to experience that tournament again. And so I kind of came into the program when it was like at its top peak, really. And then obviously the years following that, we just didn't really get to where we wanted to get to. Dealing with a lot of injuries, a lot of things, but. Again, those are excuses, but we weren't where we wanted to be, and I just at that point, this injury and whatnot, and coming up with that choice of like, do I come back or not? There was something kind of inside me that I just didn't feel right leaving the program, kind of where it was when I'd come in at its top point. So I kind of came in and made that choice that I want to try to help get this team back to where it was at its peak. Get this program where it deserves to be, and that's in the tournament. And I kind of felt like I kind of owed it to Coach O as well, because he's been so good to me and helped me develop as a man, both on the court and off the court over 5 years at that point. So I kind of felt like I owed it to him to come back as well and just try to get this program back to where it was.
Well, I mean, a lot's changed since you were last out on the court. A lot of faces have changed, style has changed, but the coaches have done a really good job of putting a lot of pieces together. And now you suddenly have gone from a team depleted by injuries, with no depth, very little structure, and there's just trying to find its way to a deep team with a lot of bodies, a lot of guys that can play, and a lot of different pieces that give you a lot of versatility on the court. It looks pretty rosy for the Canes this year if you guys can pull it all together.
No, for sure. And obviously you mentioned like previous years having limited numbers, only like 7 guys at a time, and obviously that's difficult on the court, but it's completely difficult when you're in practice and you can't even go up and down and build chemistry between the guys for the majority of the season. So obviously having 14 guys in practice, and depth now, and a very talented team, that just helps build chemistry in practice, and I feel like it's going to translate onto the floor and help us have a very successful season.
So when you go to practice and you see how different it is, and you see the talent that's out there and the way that this team can now score the ball, like what's going through your mind?
Repeat that one more time, sorry.
When you're at practice and you're seeing how this team can score now with such talent, the wing positions and the guard position, you got a true point guard in Charlie and different things. What's going through your mind that you see now that you've seen this trend?
It's very exciting. I feel like we have all this talent, guys who can put the ball in the hole, but the way we're kind of like sharing the ball and moving it around, getting touches as well. It's really exciting for what we can do in the season as well. And obviously we're a little undersized this year, weight-wise we're a little down, but I feel like we can use that to our advantage as well. We have that mindset to be in a constant press teams and whatnot, and with that speed that this team has now, I feel like we can really get it moving, and it's kind of a new style, but it's an exciting one at that.
Now you mentioned the size, it's an issue. You're probably going to be part of a 3-man rotation inside with Deng and Rodney, and it would seem like the key for this team is going to be defense, rebounding, being able to protect the paint.
For sure.
You're going to be able to run up and down and score with anybody you play. So where's that stand right now in your mind?
Yeah, obviously, you like to. You look at like a team that's undersized and low on weight and whatnot, but you kind of see that as a disadvantage. But I feel like if you as a team is locked in and you're true, like you buy into the system or not, you can you can turn that around and make it an advantage for yourselves. And I feel like if we're able to play at the pace that we want to play at, pressure teams the way we want to pressure teams, we can actually utilize our undersized lineup and really get things going for us, and make defense like something that like we can use and whatnot to this team's advantage. So obviously got a lot to work on, but I have high hopes for the team, for sure.
Has your game evolved now that your role is changing a little bit here?
Yeah, for sure. So obviously sitting out a whole year, kind of look at it two ways. You can sit back and be sad about your injury or whatnot, or you can try to learn the game from a different perspective. And I think the coaches did an amazing job in helping me do that. They gave me assignments and whatnot after every game, give them a report to see what I saw, and I feel like that helped build my IQ like a lot, and I feel like that's something I've tried to translate into my game and help me develop and whatnot, and so yeah, that's something that I feel like I can use to my advantage for sure.
Do you see most of your time coming at the 4 right now?
No, probably the 5 right now. That's what position I've been practicing and whatnot. It's the position I started the other night in the exhibition game. So right now I'm probably the 5. Yeah.
So a stretch 5 some of the time?
Yeah.
Like you're still going after the 3?
No, for sure. That's something. But also wanting to roll to the basket and whatnot. That's something the coach has been talking about, making sure just to get our offense moving. We still need that balance of inside, outside, and whatnot. So even me at the 5, even though it's been my game and what I was recruited to do, like to come here, be like that stretch big, I still need to do that to create that balance when I'm on the floor. So there's opportunities, I can read it where I can pop, get a 3, here you go, but I'm still going to be in my mind, get to the basket, create that balance for our team.
Well, it sounds like the beneficiary is going to be your overall game,
Yep.
and I'm sure you're trying to point towards a professional future, and maybe it'll be all for the better for you. So looking forward to watching you this year.
Thank you.
Yeah.